Alright, so just like I had talked about on previous videos, I want to make Grimestreet at least I want to give it a try in standard. I don't think this is going to be very good, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So Grimestreet, Hourglass Attendant, Painter's Virtue, and Overlord Runthak. I've got, where is it? Trinket Artist that will draw a Divine Shield minion. There's no auras, so kind of leaving that part out of this. So it's going to draw either Hardlight Protector or Hourglass Attendant. I was tempted to get rid of Hardlight Protector, but I think it's a decent enough threat, and it's got a relevant ability. But then everything else is pretty much in line with what I was doing in the Brawliseum. Where is it? Tigress Plushy is something I wanted to try in that Brawliseum, but it wasn't available. So we're going to see how good that is. But everything else is mostly in line with what I was playing in the Brawliseum. So check that video out if you want any more details on the deck. But I'm going to give this a try. I have a feeling I'm going to fall on my face. But that's half of the fun of testing decks, is just seeing what works and what doesn't. It's always fun to be pleasantly surprised by the performance of a deck that you didn't think that was good, but it's fun to play. So this is something that I enjoy. Everybody's kind of got their casual flavor, I feel like. It happens in most games. There are things like certain mechanics or specific, cards or abilities that attract people. And this one is kind of calling to me. Playing against a druid, I am hoping they're not aggressive because I am going to throw back Consecration. Kind of want to keep the Tigress Plushie, but two 4-drops in my hand in the beginning seems a little slow, so we'll just keep Hourglass and hope for the best. That's a little slower, okay. Like I said, probably not good, but we're going to try it. Okay. I'm also curious how this deck is without Righteous Protector. That was cut for other things. I played the Righteous Protector in the Brawliseum, and it was pretty good. It gives you a 1-drop, but it also is something that's like an easy taunt minion to throw out there, especially after it's been pumped in your hand. It can be fun. But I'm going a little bit more mid-rangey, trying to get the most out of my value. Like the Tigress Plushie is something that I really wanted to try. I think it's Lifesteal, Divine Shield, and Rush with Miniaturize. So if you just pump that once or twice, it's already got a bunch of reasons to play it. But then the Miniaturized version, you can make the 1/1 bigger, so that's nice. Good timing. I wonder if they think I'm just playing a bad Murloc stack. Well, let's prize vendor without a quest. Maybe I'm just poor and don't have the quest. I don't remember if the quest is something they give you or you buy, but whatever. That's funny. Oh, they're in the tank on this one.
Time waits for no one.
Yeah, part of me wants to play a couple more Murlocs just to see if that causes people to play differently. Nice, that's a good draw.
Step forth into the time ways.
Excellent. I'm gonna keep that. Let's see if Hourglass is super relevant here.
I grow weary.
I am tempted to use the Painter's Virtue, but Hourglass, I don't know. Yeah, let's do it.
For justice. Don't tamper with time.
We're going to pump the guy that pumps the other guys. That's how we do it. Yeah, I would be very pleasantly surprised if I win a game with this, to be perfectly honest. I know that's not everybody's flavor. Losing is not for everyone. Interesting. Yeah, I think I just jam Hourglass here.
Keeping the timelines clean.
Don't tamper with
I probably should have attacked with my weapon first. Oh well. That's fine.
Like clockwork.
So now my hand is insanely powerful. Look at that. We'll see if it matters, but... I'm very tempted to cut this card so that Trinket Artist only draws Hourglass Attendant. I think that's pretty good to make sure that I'm getting that. Because as you can see, it's a pretty must-answer thread. It's pumping a lot. Wow, 4 damage to that? Really? Very surprising. So that's gonna hit their guy. Let's do this first. And then this. Okay, this is a little better than I thought. I'm very, very happy about this right now. Like a 9/7 Nomelia is absurd. Okay, this is really fun. This is awesome. This is exactly why I wanted to do this. I don't know why I didn't do this first. I was out there testing silly aura decks and all this nonsense, but I think this might be the deck, like the pet deck that I play with for a while. It's gotta, you know, put up results for me to be playing it on the ladder consistently. But at the very least, I'm having a hell of a time, and this could be one of those decks that, like, when you beat people, it puts them on tilt. Ooh la la, look at us go. Okay, so... bonk.
They happen, you know?
Bonk.
They happen, you know?
It's an 8/7 Divine Shield for 2 mana. This is too good. Okay, alright, I like this. What do you got, buddy? Summon a 1-cost minion, gain 1 armor, draw 1 card, refresh a mana crystal. Seems good. And that's a good 1-mana minion. I've been thinking about an aggressive version of this deck that includes, like, Sizzling Cinder. There's the 3-mana guy that draws a minion, makes it cost 1 less. Just a bunch of 1-drops and stuff. So I've got 15 on board. I don't think I care that much about what they do right now, honestly. Yeah, like, how much...
Let me think.
How much do I really care? Let's force them to answer these things and then drop more things after. Okay, 2 of those is pretty good. This is a really location-heavy deck, it looks like.
A small mistake.
Oops. Happens to the best of us, buddy. Alright, that works too. That's kind of hard to argue with. 4 mana, 12, 11. Goodness. Do I really care about drawing cards? Let's see. They are also lower on cards, so it is not a bad thing, I think, to draw more.
Keeping the timelines clean.
Yeah, let's just keep dropping bombs.
Like clockwork.
What's up, Chris? Welcome to the chat. For those of you guys watching on YouTube, make sure you check out the Twitch. I did the whole deck building process on here because I don't like to bore you guys with me flipping back and forth between pages. Chris, thanks for throwing something in the chat. Tell me your favorite Hearthstone card. Double bonus damage from spell damage. Am I about to die right now? That'd be pretty crazy if they just... Wow. I think I'm probably dead. Oh, wow. Yeah, they've got almost their whole deck in their hand now. Wow. Well, that was a little late, dude. You literally could have killed me had you played that first. Oh, okay, there we go. So, of course, the first person I play is crazy OTK. I'm happy with that performance, though. That was pretty awesome. This probably has some potential. It might be about the card choices. Still not sold completely on Whelp of the Whelp of the Infinite. Tank Engineer might be good in this also. That could be a great way to have more consistent threats.
Victory or death. I will fight with
Tank Engineer is probably better than what's that thing called? The Tigress Plushy. Nice. So Trinket Artist has the opportunity to draw Hourglass Attendant now. That'll be dope. Let's put some pressure early and draw a card. Okay, cool. Okay, so they got 2 taunt minions now. They have 7 cards in hand. Once again, they could have the impression I'm just playing a bad Murloc deck. Ooh, my buddy just opened a golden legendary. Nice. Or at least I think it's a legendary. Who knows?
Shaking us stuff.
So I got this curve again, Painter's Virtue into Overlord. So let's do this. See if that gets me an Hourglass. It did not, but that's fine. Like, Hourglass would be nice here, but I don't think it's necessary. It seems like there are enough pump effects that the deck has some decent power, but... What's up, Marion? Welcome to the chat. Tell me your favorite Hearthstone card. So their next mech costs 4 less. There is an Hourglass Attendant also.
Keeping the timelines clean. Like clockwork.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be better to have more minions that discover other minions. Like Hard Light Protector might be better as something that discovers. Like I've been curious how good Nightmare Lord is in this. The 4-drop slot is a little, it's a little tight between the weapon, the Blob of Tar, Hourglass Attendant. It is possible I go down to 1 Tigress and yeah, it's possible I go down 1 Tigress and add in that card, but I don't know. Let's do this. Hard to argue with that value. Pumping our guys by +2/+2 between those two guys this turn, so now everything's much bigger than it should be. Ziliax is a good answer. All right, well played. You have passed the bot challenge. I've had so many bots come in, that's the question I ask now, just to see if people even know about Hearthstone, so very good answer. Wow, they just... Oh, wow. Nice scoop. Very good. So first win with this little concoction we're playing here. That's what, 1-1? That last game before this was pretty rough, though. Seemed like it was possible to win it, but I was playing against OTK Druid, and they just went, just bomp, bomp, bomp. Just 3 spells and killed me. I was at, I think, 30. Man, oh man.
Uther versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I will.
Interesting
fight
hand. I'm
with
probably
honor.
throwing back Whelp of the Infinite. I kind of like Rock Skipper. It's got decent utility. Trinket Artist could draw Hourglass Attendant. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, Grimestreet's a great draw. Turn 2 Grimestreet into turn 3 one of these two guys is... That's a decent curve. I think I'd probably go Trinket Artist just to make sure I have high likelihood of turn 4 Hourglass Attendant. This could be good. How long you been playing Hearthstone, Marion? Okay, that portal's gonna be a problem. Good draw there. So let's do this. And then I'm gonna have a 2/4 Rock Skipper next turn, unless I draw another better 2-drop.
Extraordinary.
Better make a good impression.
That might be a better 2-drop. Let's give it a try. Sure. Yeah, every time I draw Whelp of the Infinite, it doesn't... I don't know that it's what I want. So there might be a better thing to put there. It's a good card for sure. That's fair. Everybody's got to start somewhere, Marion. I've been playing Hearthstone for, I think, about 9 years or so. Been almost a decade now. I don't know exactly when it was. Probably somewhere around 2014 or 15, I think. I had friends at the time that were like, because I've always been a Magic player off and on for a good 20 years or so. So somewhere along the way, my friends were like, Hearthstone is Magic, but better. You don't have to shuffle. That was the thing that got me. They were like, you don't have to shuffle your deck. And I was like, cool. Yeah, best tip I can tell you is don't be impulsive in what you sell of the cards that you have. Because nothing sucks more than selling, like dusting a card and then realizing later, oh crap, I need it. Because it costs 1,600 gold or dust to make a legendary minion, but then you only get 400 for it, so that can be pretty brutal sometimes. Or just, you know, play Arena or, you know, Battlegrounds or something like that. Arena's a good way to get some experience playing a lot of different cards without actually having those cards. I personally like Battlegrounds a lot. It's obviously different than Standard and Arena and a lot of the other formats, but just depends on what you're trying to get out of the game. Battlegrounds is my favorite format of all. I like it a lot better than Standard, but this deck is a lot of fun, kind of one of my pet decks, so it's hard not to play it. Interesting. Ah, they got it. Okay, that was well played. So this thing, I didn't pay attention because I was talking of of if the card that they drew if they had played it. I think if it's still got the sparkle, then it'll discard it. So I'm tempted to try and kill that guy. Like Tigress Plushy could be okay. This seems better though. Yeah, let's do that.
For justice.
My favorite card... I think my favorite card is probably Duel. It's a Paladin card. Is it a Paladin card? Yeah, it's a Paladin card. I think it's 5 mana. Each player takes 1 minion from their deck at random. They put them on the battlefield, and then they fight. I used to play this deck. It played Archmage of, I think it's called Vazgoth. And that was a 4-mana 2/6. And at the end of your turn, if you played a spell that turn, the Archmage recast the spell. So I would go turn 3 Call to Adventure, which would draw my lowest minion, which was the Archmage. So I would always have turn 4 Archmage, turn 5 Duel, and then that would get 2 minions. Usually mine was like a 10/10 or something big. They'd fight, and then end of turn Archmage would cast Duel again, and then get another minion and fight. So people would just scoop on turn 5 sometimes like that. It was pretty awesome. Alright, what are we doing from here? Tigress seems okay. Consecration kills most of their board, but it feels kind of like overkill because all these minions are pretty solid stats.
Let me think.
Yeah, maybe I just do this. And then I can do this. And then here.
For justice.
So maintaining board control, getting a little bit of forward momentum there. Gotta try and get some momentum so that I put them on their heels. If they're not on the defensive, then it's a lot harder for me to win with this deck. If I'm playing things in a defensive way, then it's a lot harder to get that momentum back. Pretty good. It's arguable I should have attacked with a Tigress instead of throwing the rock at the guy, but what are you gonna do? The new cards are pretty good this expansion. Some of them are worth it, like, depends on what you're playing. I think there's a lot of potential in, like, the auras in Paladin. Death Knight is very good, but I think Death Knight was good before the new expansion. Most of the cards that I'm seeing in my game so far are just using older cards with maybe a couple new cards, but that's normally the way it goes. I could have Quality Consecration, but that seems a little overkill. This guy seems great, because then I kill that, and they don't get the lifesteal, because I got Divine Shield.
Let me think.
Yeah, that seems good. So I do that. I gain 5.
Extraordinary.
And I think I do this. And then that gives me Divine Shield. So I don't take any off of that. Cool. So now my hand is pretty bonkers. 3 mana, 6/6s, and 4/7s? Yes, please. And I think I'll make the mini Tigress plushie probably about as big as this one. Unless there is a threat that requires answering. Ooh, that's a good trade. Put me back to 30, buddy. Wow, that's incredible.
Well played.
That's amazing.
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
That is a very good card. They are temporary spells, but yeah, the miniaturize is very bonkers. So you're getting 4 spells off of 1 card, essentially. That's annoying, holding this in my hand, but that's the way it goes. Corpsicle? Come on now. What did they get Corpsicle off of? Oh, it's one of the frost spells, okay. What to do from here? Let's do this and draw a guy. It's also a decent sized threat for 3 mana. That's pretty good. I'm going to keep Anachronos. Anachronos comes in handy a lot. Blob of Tar seems okay here. It at least forces them to try and take care of it.
Inside voices,
Pretty good. They're saying well played like they got lethal on board. Come on, buddy, you gotta do math. Okay, you got another Corpsicle? Ah, there we go, okay.
Well played.
Okay, so that's 1 and 2. But this was expected. I did not expect to do super well with this. So the 1 game I've won so far is fantastic. I am thinking that the Whelp of the Infinite is going to be something else, though. The Whelp of the Infinite... What would I replace it with? Yeah, every time you think you're winning, the opponent pulls a miracle. Yeah, welcome to Hearthstone, man. That's the way it goes, sadly.
Watch your back.
I will fight with honor.
This seems a little slow to keep both of these, but... I'm tempted to throw away the Portal Vanguard, but it is pretty decent. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Yeah, one of my only complaints about Hearthstone is, well, I've got 2 major ones. One is that there's a lot of combo. I'm not a huge fan of like crazy combos. I feel like your combos should be semi-interactive. Like it's got to be something that, you know, doesn't feel like you had no chance to win. But my only other major complaint is that game animation sometimes can get in the way of actual gameplay. Like if you're running out of time and the rope shows up, like Rewind, for example, takes so long. The whole screen goes gold, they come back, they redo the turn. It's so much extra for something that doesn't need to take that long. Let's do that.
Into the time ways.
I don't think I keep Hard Light Protector. Let's see what else I get. This is what I'm talking about. Whole screen goes away. Take like 5 whole seconds just for that.
Into the time ways.
Okay, that's reasonable. That could draw Hard Light Protector again, which isn't ideal, but it also could draw Hourglass Attendant, which is much better in this situation. You get a coin when it kills? Oh, oh yeah, attacks and kills, get a coin. Pretty good. This seems to be...
Justice.
Okay. So I'm thinking about cutting maybe one Whelp of the Infinite. Yeah, one of the first versions of this deck I played, there's 2 videos on YouTube with me playing it in the Brawliseum.
Rock number 802, welcome to the collection.
The Whelp of the Infinite could be something else. I don't know. But I was playing a much more aggressive version that had a lot more 2 and 3 drops. So I might go that way. Yeah, Hearthstone's the only game that I stream. What to do here?
For
Let's do
justice.
that and this.
Ariel is slain. Our rallying cry.
Everybody in my hand is pretty beefed up. So let's just start playing some threats. Hopefully Trinket Aura is gonna draw an Hourglass Attendant. Knowing my luck, it's gonna draw a Hard Light Protector, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, check out the Twitch, and if you're watching on Twitch, check out the YouTube. I've got, shoot, probably 35 or 40 videos on YouTube of Battlegrounds. That's my favorite format by far. But then there's a couple Brawliseum, like I mentioned, and then there's maybe like 5 videos of standard stuff. I normally play like Pain Demon Hunter or something like that. I'm a big fan of Demon Hunter in general. So those could be just about anything. So the Hunter secret that returns a guy to my hand is annoying, because I think it makes it cost 2 more. There's also the one that deals 2 damage to all enemies. And that could be a lot of things. That could be so many things. What to do here?
I wonder.
Let's do this.
Rallying cry.
Sweet. And then that.
Move quickly.
Let's do that. I'm hoping it's the mage one. No, it's up. Sure, okay, so they get to draw 1 or 2 cards? 1 card. I got the Hourglass Attendant. I think that seems good here too. It was Ice Barrier. So I was trying to play around attacking their hero because I figured there were some of those secrets would be worse off for me than if I hit them in the face rather than hitting their minions. Cool. I appreciate you following on YouTube, man. Good looking out. Yeah, I'm trying to just pump out content that is, you know, fun for me, but also like interesting for other people. There's a bunch of Battlegrounds games on there where I get minions to be like 1,000 attack or more. So, yeah, just trying to do cool, interesting things. Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's see. That's a pretty good card.
Choose soon.
Alright, so pretty much everything in my hand is pretty banging now for their cost outside of this guy. One of the traps I think with a deck like this is getting caught up in like how big can I make the minions in my hand, when in reality you're trying to win the game, so that's pretty annoying. 2 random secrets. There's a hunter and there, yeah, both hunter. Sheesh. So I'm not going to attack their face because one of the hunter spells that returns a minion to your hand could be pretty annoying. So let's do this. What happens? Ah, okay. So it's just attacks. It's not attack their face. That's fine. I think I do this. Sure, draw more cards. Totally fine. Let's gain some life. Rock Skipper's not bad, but let's do this.
One more coat of paint should do the trick.
My hand is too full.
Hard Light Protector works. It's an okay card. They're probably not too sad to lose it. So I think next turn I drop the Hourglass so that I can keep the minions in my hand pretty buffed. Oh, and it loses the buff too. That's annoying.
Now this is treasure.
Wow, they're drawing so many cards this game. Which I don't mind too much, because if they run out of threats, then that's the way it goes. Okay.
Choose soon.
Go forth on swift wing.
That is not at all what I expected. Okay, sure. So you get 3 mana crystals. Consecration off the top could be good. I could always equality and then Rock Skipper, you know, throw the rock at that. I do have double Rock Skipper. I could just kill both their big guys with rocks and equality. It's not the best, but 1, 2, 3, yeah, that would cost 8 mana total, and then I just bash for 15.
Let me think.
Yeah, that's not bad. I don't love it, but it's a 5/7 threat, which is cool. It does hurt my minions a little bit. Let's do that. Bash for 15. Alright, now we're in a way better spot. 30 to 9 is great.
I did.
Nice! Alright, 2 and 2. Yeah, any wins with this deck are fantastic. Alright, let's go. Marion, what are you playing? You play Standard, or what's your deck of choice right now?
Uther versus Uther.
Glory to the Alliance. I will.
And reminder to you guys watching on YouTube, definitely check out the Twitch. It's a lot of the behind the scenes, deck building, stuff like that. I'm streaming almost every day. Let's throw that back. That's a decent curve. I'm going to assume that they might be Murlocs. That's usually a fair assumption, which would make this a pretty tough matchup. Rock Skipper helps. If that's the case, Blob of Tar might not be bad. Yeah, let's give this a try. I like Painter's Virtue a lot more than I thought I would. Ooh, into an Hourglass. Okay. Please no turn 1 quest. Please don't be Murlocs. I would assume they are, but please don't be. Yep, there it is. Okay. So this game is probably not winnable, but we'll see. I'm tempted to just Rock Skipper on turn 1. It's not necessarily good, but it gives me something to attack back with and a rock to throw at any relevant threat. So let's do that and pray. Like, I mean, this deck's not that awful. It went 2 and 2 so far. So it does have the ability to win games. Alright, fair enough. That's annoying. But hey, that's going to get a rock. Next turn, I think I go Trinket Artist, likely into Painter's Virtue. I would like to Hourglass, but I have a feeling I'll need to use this to attack a minion. That's one of the things I like about Painter's Virtue, is that it gives you the ability to pump the guys in your hand as well as taking care of some threats like that. Nice, okay, so let's do that. What do we draw? That's a good card. So this is, what, their turn 4? So they don't have Steam Fin Thief, which is good for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tigress Plushy helps this matchup a lot. I really wanted to try and make that card work. I think I Tigress Plushy here instead of Painter's Virtue. Nah, it doesn't matter. Let's do this and this. They get to draw a card too, which isn't good, but me drawing cards also gives me more fuel. And I think my minions are just going to be better. Their quest is going to pump their guys, but they've got a very slow start, so I'm not too concerned yet. Normally by turn 5, you got your quest off at least once. Like, Steam Fin Thief does a lot of work in that regard, so if they're not drawing their best minions, then I am very happy. Yeah, I'm a fan of Rock Skipper main deck in Murlocs. I think it's worth playing. So this on that guy, I guess?
Let me think. For justice.
Let's do that. Trade there. And then this guy gains me life. Ooh, I can play a 1/1. Not gonna do that. So 9 cards in hand. I hope they don't have a prize vendor. Tyrannigale's fine. That is fair. To be expected. Oh, would you look at that? I think I just play the other Tigress Plushy, honestly. I've also got Rock Skipper to follow up. That seems okay. Ten cards in hand, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. It's the only bad thing about having cards that replace themselves with other cards. Yeah, I hear you on Battlegrounds, Marian. Yeah, Standard is pretty difficult, but gotta start somewhere, so if you want to get in there, I highly recommend, I think last, what was it, a couple weeks ago or so, they had like these ladder-ready decks that they were giving out, so some of those were decent. That gave you a lot of like, actually decent cards, and if they're cards you don't use, you can always dust them for stuff that you want, so that's fair. Crusader Aura is pretty good. I haven't drawn a Consecration in any of the 4 games I've played so far. I'm almost tempted to double check that it's in the deck. Anachronos here could be good. I think that's fine actually, because it holds them off for a turn, gets rid of their war leader for a turn, or for 2 turns. That could be okay. Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet I've got out of everything.
Mistakes of the past rewritten.
Grunty's pretty good. Especially with the Crusader Aura. What is that? Ah, that guy's Alright, Consecration off the top. Okay. So I think next turn, yeah, next turn's the last aura turn. I could go Equality, rock something, and hit another something with that. We've also got two Tigress plushies that could kill things. It gains me a little life, but not super relevant.
I wonder.
Yeah, that's not bad. Sorry for all the click-clacking in the background. My dog thinks it's dinner time, but it is not. So one, two, three. I would have 3 left. So let's go here. Let's do that. That. Let's do that. Kill this and this. Perfect. I wanted a hard light protector. Oh, I do have these already, so that's perfect. Yeah, gaining some life and gaining Divine Shield is going to help me possibly close out this game. And the thing is, like, it's possible that I make them run out of gas just by the amount of resources I have compared to them. I mean, Murlocs is a good deck, but it does seem like I'm answering pretty much everything quickly enough, and I'm gaining enough life that they're having a hard time closing out the game. So I can do this and Blob of Tar. Problem is this doesn't really kill anything. I'd have to hit with a Tigress plushie also. Yeah, I think I gotta do this. Hit this guy. And then we go here and here, and Blob of Tar, and pray. Pretty much just have to pray now. So they can... Yeah, okay, I think I'm dead. Yeah, Murlocs is a very refined deck, so it's tough to keep up, especially when they've got the Tyrannigal. It makes so much benefit for them. Yeah, pretty sure this is it. So hit that, and then I take a Bajillion. Yeah, 17, 14, plus they have another 19, 23 available to attack with. That's crazy. Alright. So 2 and 3. Alright, one more game here. I appreciate it. I try to play as well as possible. It is, it's tough when you're playing suboptimal cards to play well, but maybe the 2 wins I have so far speak to either the level of the play or the luck involved. Hard to tell which one it is. Maybe both.
Ready for adventure!
Yeah, I think Whelp of the Infinite is going to get cut from this deck. This is... Let's see. Playing against Paladin. It could be Murlocs again. So I'm inclined to keep the Tigress plushie, especially considering it's going to get buffed by Grimestreet. If they're not Murloc, then so be it, but I think whenever I play against a Paladin, I should assume they're on Murlocs. Because getting blown out by Murlocs because you weren't expecting it is the actual worst. Yep, there it is. So, turn 1 Grimestreet, or no, turn 1 Prize Vendor. Draw an extra card. They get a card too, which isn't ideal. Ooh, good draw for me. Oh, okay. Consecration is in here. I was starting to wonder. It's been 5 games. I haven't seen one until now. Let's do this. And swing. I've contemplated making this guy. There's like a, I think it's loot something, loot hoarder. It's a 2-mana 2/1 death rattle draw a card. I've considered making that guy a loot hoarder or loot whatever it is, but drawing on the battle cry is so much more powerful. There's a 2-mana 1/1 that draws a card on battle cry, but that just doesn't seem like it makes the cut. I think I just Grimestreet again. I could always do that. 2/5 is pretty decent for turn 3. Yeah, let's do that, and then next turn I'll probably go Grimestreet and Rock Skipper. Or maybe even that if I take a bunch of damage, depends on what they do. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is good as a one-of, but I am tempted to cut it from this list. Most things seem to pull their weight. I definitely need some tweaks, because there's definitely flaws in the deck. Okay, you're giving me a case for Consecration. I am tempted. Yeah, I'm very tempted. Okay. You're probably gonna... No? Okay. Yeah, Consecration might be the play. Yeah, I could hit that. I guess I could hit that. I do think I need more taunt minions in here. I think that's one of the flaws. So Tank Engineer might be one of the cards that gets added in here. It's a pretty good card. I had a hard time justifying the slot. Yeah, Tigress Plushy could be good here too.
Let me think.
What to do, what to do.
Let me think. I must move quickly.
Yeah, let's run this.
They happen, you know?
Like, Crusader Aura would be pretty bad right now, but I think I'm willing to risk it for a turn. Is this where they just drop it and smash me? I think if they had it, they would just slam it and attack. Okay, pretty good. Please just play another guy that, yes, dies to Consecration. Perfect. Okay, interesting. Very surprising. Normally you just gotta go for face. This seems like a waste of their resources. This also makes my Consecration better if they don't have Reborn minions. Yeah, that's hard to argue with. Bye. This is where they go Tyrannical and just blow me out, right? Alright, Steamfin's pretty good for them. That is pretty buffed. So this is what the last game should have looked like for my opponent. This is what an actual... Yeah. This is what a good Murloc draw looks like. This, killing their middle guy into Hardlight Protector seems fine. Yeah, I think that's the best option I have here.
Let me think.
I mean, and I could also just do that and kill that guy. That doesn't seem bad either. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I normally like to hold this guy to get a little bit more value, but I'm gaining life and getting rid of 2/3 of their threats. Okay. Pretty good. Where's Anachronos when you need him? Blob of Tar doesn't do too much right now, unfortunately. What would I want to draw right now if I were to use one of those?
Let me think.
I guess another Tigress plushie could be good. Nomelia is very good. Okay, so I have to survive a turn to be able to play her, though.
I must move quickly.
That seems worth keeping. And then just Blob of Tar, I guess? Yeah, that's not ideal. I'm definitely taking some damage, I just don't know if I'm dead or not. They have quite a few ways to kill me from this position. That's not at all what I expected. Okay, then. Seems a little impulsive on their part. Why not just use a smaller guy, like the 6/5? Deal 9 to my face? So, equality into Nomelia is probably what's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think I can justify any more plays. Thankfully, it gets rid of Divine Shield here by hitting adjacent minions also. And that trades. Cool. Whew. Okay. Still alive. Still alive. I've got 6 health I can restore in my hand, so that's something. That's pretty good. Yeah, this submerged map is very good in Murlocs. So many threats. Oof. Okay. Perfect timing.
Mistakes of the past.
And let's do that guy and pass. Okay, so answering threats pretty well. I'm starting to think I should play the guy that costs, what is it, 125 and destroys all minions when it comes into play. Good God. Yeah, their Murlocs are getting huge no matter what they are, so we're entering into devastating territory here. What would be good to draw off a Portal Vanguard? Not a prize vendor. We're going to rewind that.
Step off into the time waves.
It's not super great. Okay. Thankfully, I've got Divine Shield, so that's something. This would draw Hourglass Attendant, which I don't want another of at the moment. Whelp of the Infinite could be fine here, I guess. I mean, it's not good. I don't really have any good options at the moment.
I must move quickly.
Yeah, let's do this in Whelp of the Infinite. Ah, I should have attacked first. Oh well. That's what I get for trying to be quick. But yeah, still dead. Still super dead. Alright.
The victory is yours.
Crazy. 18-18. Man. Alright, so went 2 and 4. Usually do batches of like 5 to 6 games when I test stuff, do a little bit of a tweak to the deck list, and then see how that works. So, what didn't carry its weight? Trinket Artist wasn't too great. It does replace itself, which is something. Whelp of the Infinite, I think, is possibly a cut. Blob of Tar was also not as good as I expected it to be in this. I didn't see a single Bob in any of those 6 games. I think I'm probably going to add Tank Engineer. This guy is pretty decent. It makes a 7/7, which enables, you know, continued momentum forward. It's also got Divine Shield, which makes it a little bit harder to kill, especially when it's been pumped. This guy could be okay, actually. Actually, yeah, I definitely got to give that guy a try. I think, yeah, Bob seems pretty good, so maybe that's what I do here. Because the thing is, too, Trinket Artist will then get Hourglass, Tank Engineer, and Hard Light Protector. Yeah, this is probably what I'm going to test next, but I think Toy Captain is a good way to go from here. Not many other things that I really want to try, like, I'm trying to stay low on the spell count so that the minions get the most benefit from the pump effects. I could also play Tyrion. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to go with this. I mean, this is probably too many 4s. I think, it's possible that one of the Blob of Tar should be a Tank Engineer for sake of more aggressiveness. And I do like Tyrion to help close out the game. It's nice to have a solid threat there. Sometimes you'll go like turn 7 Anachronos, clear their board, and then follow up with a Tyrion, which is pretty solid. Then they have 2 big guys to deal with before they get their minions back. So yeah, there's a lot of directions this deck could go. But I'm going to keep fiddling with this. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far in the YouTube video, definitely you know, drop a follow, like, comment, all that kind of stuff. I don't even care. You could be talking shit in the comments. Like, if you're talking, you're talking. That's all I really care about. I've been trying to make some content that people will enjoy and appreciate, and also is fun for me in the game itself. So yeah, peace and love, everybody. Thank you for watching.